The 2K Sports pregame show, presented by Sprite.
So good to have you with us. Ernie Johnson here. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports.
The lights are on as we look across the East River and see New York City. From Brooklyn, New York, and the home of the Nets, we're broadcasting live from Barclays Center. Bringing you some fun on a Monday night. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here along with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. We'll look at Cleveland. Game after game, the unbroken streak of wins to start their season continues.
You know, I think for the Cavaliers, they've gotten off to an ideal start this season, really. It was largely unexpected, but by no means has it been a fluke. You knew they had the potential to do what they're doing.
I think you could see the potential. You know, just the way they're playing now, obviously, it looks like they've been there all along. But there's probably still a lot of non-believers out there kind of waiting for the bottom to fall out on this team.
Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Irving and Waiters, the guards. The two stars, LeBron and Love, at the 3 and the 4. And it's Verjao in at the pivot, manning the middle. Now here's LeBron. Now Verjao inside. A rebound by the Nets. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Yeah, and offensively, everything seemed to come together for them beautifully. It seemed like everything they tried worked.
And with a multifaceted approach like the one they had, it takes a sophisticated defense to stop it, which was not the case that day.
And Lopez gets it to go.
You know, the Nets were not a high-octane offensive team. They didn't average 100 points a game, but they were one of the more efficient teams in the league at the offensive end of the floor.
Now, here is Irving. 23 points for him the last game against Toronto. Love with a wide-open look. From outside, off the mark.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
Well, you don't see him miss that shot very often. When he's open like that, it's usually lights out.
Lopez against Love. Williams attacking. The shot, no good. Nice D from Verjao. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Kevin, I had a chance to talk with head coach Lionel Hollins. There haven't been many players that have the physical prowess of LeBron James, and he knows that this is going to pose a lot of problems for his team. He told me the most amazing thing to him about LeBron was that he has the ability to be a force at virtually any position on the floor, from point guard to center. He can and does do it all, guys.
Thank you, Doris. Now, here is Irving, averaging 28 points a game. Verjao setting the pick for Irving. Now Verjao inside. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Passes it to Bogdanovich. Lopez, a screen on Waiters. Bogdanovich passes to Lopez. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Williams gets the bucket. Here's Irving. He kicks to Bergeron. Irving dishes to Bergeron. The drive by James.
Well, Kevin Durant last season's MVP, but LeBron James has won 4 in the last 6 seasons. He's one of only 5 players to ever win that many, and you can bet he'd love to win a few more.
And you remember LeBron James came within 1 vote, Clark, 1 vote of being the league's first ever unanimous MVP back in 2013.
Yeah, he got 120 out of 121 votes, and you know the question was, who did not vote for him? That's a conversation for another time. One sports writer did choose Carmelo Anthony. He said he didn't expect to be the only one. Now he lives in his...
The writer does.
That's exactly right.
Dishes to Irving. Right side Irving. And that one's drained from the low block. Irving's got his second basket of the game. The Nets have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Williams against Irving. Here's Bogdanovich. Turned in an outstanding game against Atlanta. And yes, sir, that one drops. And here is James. Outside Irving. Now here's James. He had a 27-point outing in their last game against Toronto.
And he gave great effort defensively as well, including a couple of blocked shots.
That's good.
He's never going to pass up on a chance like that. Even with just a sliver of daylight, this guy can get to the rim.
Outside Williams. Pass to Lopez. Releases from 15. Rebound Love.
Great defense there. You really have to challenge him at that range.
Outside Irving. There's the dish to Waiters. Shot off the screen. And it comes off the front of the rim.
He got the shot he wanted off that pick. Just couldn't get it to fall.
But Steve, they'll take that play all day long. 10 times out of 10. That was good action.
Boy, the floor really opened up for him there.
It sure did. A good job getting it started before the defense can get itself set.
Here's Irving. After the basket by Brooklyn. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot. Irving's got 6 points. Brooklyn trailing. Williams kicks to Lopez. Here's Johnson. Goes back up, and it's Lopez laying it in. Lopez has got his second bucket tonight.
You know, they really aren't putting up any resistance on the low block. That's the 5th consecutive basket inside.
And Steve, these looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
The Cavaliers have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Irving with it. Williams picks him up. Irving against Williams. Baseline try. Lopez grabs the board. Lopez has got 5 rebounds tonight. Williams passes to Johnson. There's the triple. No good. And Cleveland will come the other way. And this is their first time matched up with Brooklyn this year.
Yeah, a very familiar opponent. They've played these guys an awful lot over the years, and this is the first of their 4 get-togethers this season.
Now here's Waiters. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. 4 on the shot clock. 17-foot shot on the way. The Nets have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Johnson attacking. Misses from short range. A lot of familiarity with these two teams. Steve just kind of touched on. Clark, do you think it really does impact the rest of their matchups later in the season?
Absolutely, Kevin. It sure does. I mean, because for the winners today, they now know what game plan brought them success. So they've got a blueprint for the next meeting. For the losers, it's back to the drawing board for adjustments.
Here's Bogdanovich following the basket by LeBron James. And Bogdanovich kicks to Williams. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
Deron Williams has really good size and strength at the point guard spot. And once he gets a step on a guy, it's hard to push him off his line.
First trip to the line for him here. And Williams with one of the better post-up games among point guards thanks to his strength.
Yeah, shows that veteran savvy. You know, he can hit you with the fadeaway or get you up in the air and work himself to the foul line. So, you know, this guy's a handful anywhere on the court.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Kevin Garnett, he's checked in for Lopez. Karolinko comes in for Plumlee. Allen Anderson's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Jarrett Jack has subbed in for Johnson. Jack, the shot by Karolinko, no good.
And they forced the miss with that good defensive rotation. They're playing well together as a unit.
James with it. Now Garnett defending. And Thompson throws it down.
I like the fact that he led his teammate right to the ideal spot. You don't always throw it to your teammate. You throw it to where he needs to be.
Outside Williams. Now the feed to Garnett. Back to Williams. Garnett against Thompson. Shot by Jack. Wide open. And the Nets miss again. Cleveland leading by 3. Here's Dellavedova. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Raptors in Toronto. It's LeBron with the drive. Rebounded by the Nets.
You know, typically, guys, he has the body control to finish when he's in that tight. I'm not sure what happened there.
Garnett wide open. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Irving with the ball. 6 points for him. James in the post. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Boy, that was a violent throw down there.
You're telling me.
Well, you know when he goes up with both hands, it's going to go down hard.
Garnett with the screen for Williams to the left side wing. Garnett with a screen on Irving. Williams dishes to Garnett. Back to Williams. Rejected by LeBron.
This quarter has not been his best. The defense may be starting to affect him a little bit.
Marion setting the pick for Irving. He feeds it to Marion. LeBron outside. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Yeah, they're getting exposed right now.
Lucas is checked in for Kyrie Irving. And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Cavaliers.
Guys, their penetration has been outstanding. I mean, it's actually been great. They're really finding those holes in the defense.
And they're also showing some muscle here in the first half, finding a lot of points in the paint area.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And Matthew Dellavedova is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Well, I love it. He gets there first, absorbs the contact. Nice play defensively.
No flop there. He took that one right in the chest.
Jones checked in for Cleveland. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Well, last season, Tristan Thompson made the decision to change his shooting hand, Clark. He went from shooting with his left to now shooting with his right hand.
Yeah, I've not heard of anything quite like that before, but he improved his free throw shooting substantially as a result of the change, and he gets to the line fairly often, so I think that's a nice development. I love that young man's work ethic and for what he brings to a team in terms of rebounding and physicality.
I think LeBron's going to like playing with him.
I agree.
Well, Thompson is ambidextrous. You know, he throws the baseball right-handed, writes with his left, and you got to give him credit for taking a chance with a whole new method of shooting, and it's paying dividends.
And Thompson prone to getting the shot blocked inside despite his length and athleticism. You know, being ambidextrous, you would think that he at some point developed that ability to be a better finisher inside with either hand. We'll see.
Now here's Marion. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. Here's Lucas. Connects from three-point range. And the Cavaliers lead by 7.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
Garnett with the screen for Williams. Garnett left side. Garnett with the screen on Lucas. Double team on Williams. Right side, Williams. And he gets it to go. Williams has got 7.
That mid-range jumper, just another one of his weapons.
30 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Lucas with it. Williams picks him up. Lucas the pass to Dellavedova. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
And the story of this game in the early stages is just how well they've been shooting the ball.
Steve, their percentage from the floor is really impressive up to this point.
Outside Williams. Kirilenko with the screen for Williams. Kirilenko into the lane, and easy 2 points on the layup. Now Lucas. His last outing, he had 8 points. Jones for 3. A sensational shot at the buzzer.
And perfectly timed. Couldn't have done it any better. How about the poor?
This Saturday, December 13th, Lamar.
And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And from what you guys have seen so far from Cleveland, well, what's your take?
And they've done a nice job here offensively to establish a rhythm and a pace to this game.
And I like that they're finding ways to score. Playing well here, Steve.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. Lucas is out there with Dion Waiters. Then it's Thompson. Then it's James Jones. And it's Love in at the power forward. Lucas against Jack. Lucas kicks to Thompson. He sinks the 11-footer. Thompson's got the lead up to 8 now for the Cavs.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
And a chance here to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Yes, Kevin, Cavaliers head coach David Blatt, unknown here in the United States, but he spent the last 2 decades establishing himself as the premier coach in Europe. Last season, he led Maccabi Tel Aviv to an upset EuroLeague title. One GM described the team as, quote, outgunned at every position except coach. Kevin, it's been his dream to coach in the NBA.
Many consider him a genius-level coach. Doris, thanks. We'll see how he does. Love. Another shot. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And the Cavaliers lead by 8.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound category. They've got to continue their work on the glass.
Yeah, I agree with you, Steve. I mean, they're on the right side of the ledger, and that is all that matters to them right now with the lead they have.
Waiters gets a wide-open look, and another 3 for Cleveland.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers, and theirs are fantastic.
It's just beautiful basketball to watch, Clark.
The Cavs just never really built any consistency last year for long stretches, and you know, when that happens, it's hard to get wins away from home.
Jack with the defensive effort.
Oh, perfect opportunity to finish the break, and he blows it.
Steve, you have to be able to finish off plays like that. It's a must.
Kirilenko against Thompson. Kirilenko kicks to Johnson. Outside, Jones. Stolen away. Here's Bogdanovich. Thompson against Kirilenko. Brook Lopez is checked in for Andre Kirilenko. Cleveland also making some changes. Anderson Varejao checked in for Thompson. LeBron comes in for Jones. And Irving subbed in for Lucas.
The Nets call timeout.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. 5 on the clock. Here's Bogdanovich. Can't get it to go. Nice D from Varejao. The Cavaliers leading by 11. Pass to Irving. Verajao with a screen on Jack. Irving attacking. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. Irving's got 8.
Good job there by Verajao setting that screen.
The Nets have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Jack passes to Bogdanovich, and they get it. He lays it in.
Defense just has to fight over the top of those screens.
Especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, he doesn't miss too many open shots.
LeBron kicks to Irving. Back to James. James right side. The baseline J. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. 13 points in the game.
Might as well just take it into his own hands and make that big lead even bigger.
And for the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off a good outing against the Raptors.
And one way to nullify a home court advantage like they did that night, light it up from the three-point line. Nothing is more demoralizing to a home crowd.
Steve, you're exactly right. I mean, that was the great equalizer. Their perimeter play definitely took them over the top.
Jack against Irving. Launches a 3. Verajao grabs the board.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead.
Feeds it to James. LeBron is doubled, and the pass to Waiters. And there's another one for the Cavaliers.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting in the paint and keep scoring points. Keep it going.
Yeah, not a lot you can do defensively when they continue to get the ball inside and get these easy shots.
And it's LeBron James with the rebound. The Cavaliers leading by 17. Waiters dishes to Love. Irving up top. That one goes. Counted. Irving's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Kyrie Irving 3 seasons ago was the only rookie in NBA history to shoot as well as he did from the three-pointers, the field, and the free throw line. There's no question about it. He is an elite shooter.
Jack against Irving. Back to Jack. Here's Johnson. And a great assist by Jack as that one goes in. 6 points for Johnson.
The mid-range jumper becomes a pretty high percentage shot for him when he has that kind of space. And Irving, super skilled, one of the league's best shooters, and he'd make a strong case for being the league's most elusive ball handler as well. Seems to get by his man pretty much at will. Let's take a look now at some of the numbers for Dion Waiters. He's around 14 points per game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds, and he's really been pulling his weight. We're finding his name in a lot of different columns in their box scores.
Yeah, and that's what they're looking for from him, Steve. He doesn't have to be the star, just somebody with solid contributions across a wide range of areas.
And Irving's super quick with the ball in his hands, and when he gets to the basket, a master using spin and English to convert.
And Kevin, you know, the story is that growing up, the hoop in his yard had a big part of the backboard broken off on the right side, so he had to learn that spin in English in order to bank it in.
I like that story.
Necessity is the mother of creation.
Well, Clark, a bit of a down year shooting-wise for Kyrie Irving last season.
Yeah, it sure was, and you heard some sources within the Cavs organization questioning his leadership, too. I mean, the chemistry in Cleveland, not really where it needed to be, kind of a mess all season, quite honestly. And Irving is still young and has a lot on his shoulders and maybe started to show some of the frustration with the expectations and demands that have been placed on him. But now, you know, as he continues to grow as a leader, having LeBron James there and some other veterans who've come in should really help smooth that out for the young standout.
The drive by James, and it's sent back by Lopez. Irving against Jack. The Cavaliers leading by 17. James right side. And that is good. LeBron's got 6 points in the quarter. And for Irving, a chance to learn from the best player in the world. On winning more games, I think it'll really help his development as a player and a leader, too.
That's guaranteed.
Now Jack, right now averaging 7 points a game. Johnson outside. The 11-footer, Green for 2 points. Johnson's got 10.
Well, you know, he has shot the ball well, but it has not been contagious. And his teammates, they haven't had the same groove, and that's why we're looking at this result so far.
Outside Irving. Back to LeBron. It's intercepted. They're running, and here we go. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
Well, they need those kinds of plays right now. I mean, smart defense generating some offense.
That's the way you creep back into a game. Get those key stops, push it down the floor with your transition game.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Kevin Garnett is checked in for Lopez. Allen Anderson comes in for Bogdanovich. And Darren Williams is subbed in for Jarrett Jack. Sean Marion is checked in for the Cavaliers. Matthew Dellavedova comes in.
Oh, my goodness.
What a huge play.
Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
Boy, smooth and graceful. How about the hang time? That's impressive.
Williams kicks to Johnson. From the stripe, another one falls for Brooklyn.
It seems like so many teams try to ignore that mid-range jumper, but they're using it well, and it's opening up their offense for them.
Has definitely given the defenders something extra to have to worry about.
Irving with the ball. Williams picks him up. Verajao setting the pick for Irving. James outside. From downtown. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists tonight.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Williams against Irving. Williams kicks to Johnson. Shoots the 3. Can't hit. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboards.
Well, they've done a lot of things right, but I agree with you, Clark. Their rebounding is right there at the top of the list.
Outside Williams. And it's LeBron James with the rebound. The Cavaliers leading by 18. Here's Dellavedova. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Beautiful work in the transition game.
That's how to do it. Attack early before the defense can get itself set. The Cavs tried to make a push for the playoffs last season, in a way going against the grain, but instead a disappointing season when it was all over. The coach and front office questioning the team effort level.
LeBron kicks to Irving. 3-pointer. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
Yeah, I think that's what's keyed this run, Clark, because they're keeping the ball moving. The defense hasn't been able to set up.
Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, what do you have?
Well, guys, Kevin Garnett is at the tail end of what has been a Hall of Fame career. Doc Rivers won a title with him in Boston and simply can't say enough. As Coach Doc says, I get very emotional. He's the best teammate, the most unselfish superstar I've ever been around. Every coach should be able to coach KG just once to see what a true team player should be. Kevin, what a compliment.
A guy you love to play with and hate to play against, Doris. Thanks. And the Nets making a change here. Kirilenko's checked in. Cleveland also making some changes. Thompson comes in for Anderson Verajao. And it's James Jones in for LeBron.
I can't figure out, guys, what's going on with him this quarter. I mean, he hasn't gotten one shot to drop.
Irving kicks to Jones. He dishes it to Thompson. A beautiful reverse layup. Thompson's got his 3rd basket of the night.
They are trying to pull away here, continuing to add to this lead.
Well, Steve, no time is a good time to let up in my mind. I mean, you got to continue to just play the game no matter what the score is. No mercy being shown out there, and they're looking to pull away. I like that.
Fades and shoots. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Well, an 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in that team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference.
Now they've gotten something out of just about every possession, and their defense has been just as good. Masterful performance across the board.
And don't forget, on the road, too.
For Cleveland, they have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department. Williams with the ball. This one for three, and he gets the bucket. Williams has got 10 points. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Cleveland ahead, running away with it. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, I've got Joe, and you started out with a great first half and seemed to have that extra boost in your game tonight. Did you feel you needed to take on a bigger role?
I'm just trying to be more assertive, man, on both ends of the court. You know, I think everybody has to step up, so I'm just trying to do my part.
An assertive Joe is an effective Joe. Thank you. Kevin?
All right, Doris, thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. And as we welcome you back, we begin our second half. So far, not a tightly contested game, guys, but, you know, anything can happen.
An excellent game we've seen from LeBron. 22 points, and he's created a lot of chances for his teammates also.
And some of these passes have been absolutely beautiful, Clark.
Jaron Williams and Joe Johnson at the 1 and 2. Inside is Plumlee and Lopez. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
It's a good thing he showed up today, because without him, this team would be in big trouble.
Joe Johnson is also sometimes called ISO Joe because of his ability to produce buckets going one-on-one. There's nobody better in that situation in terms of creating a shot with ease and never shying away from the big moment.
Williams passes to Bogdanovich. Back to Williams. Kicks it to Plumlee. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. Williams has got 3 assists tonight.
And you talk about Johnson's ability to get his shot off. 6'7", huge frame for a 2-guard. And with his ball handling ability, he can really create space for himself.
The drive by James. James left side. Here's the teardrop, and he gets it to go. LeBron's got 24 points.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
And Johnson's so smooth, Clark, but you know, Joe, his size and strength, sometimes it seems like he could do more to press the issue and draw foul.
Well, you know, I'm not going to be overly critical. This guy is terrific as a one-on-one isolation player. He used to average over 5 free throws a game, but that number has declined. But that may be more a function of him maturing in his career and picking his spots to be aggressive and not wanting to draw contact.
Outside, Williams passes it to Bogdanovich, and stolen by Irving. And here's the fast break. LeBron leading the way, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at either end, steals fast break buckets, and the other team scrambling to find its game.
Yeah, they've done a great job causing havoc and then taking advantage in transition offensively.
And that one's good by Lopez.
And their offense is flowing. It's clicking right now at the beginning of the second half. They've made 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Verajao dishes to Waiters. Shot clock at 6. From deep three-point range, here's Irving. Another shot. The shot is off, so Brooklyn will take it the other way. And Bogdanovich kicks to Williams. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. That one on Love.
Well, Darren Williams has dealt with ankle issues that have held him back a notch from the level we saw in Utah. But when he's right, I think he's still one of the best point guards in the game.
And Williams so tough to handle because Clark, he can pass and shoot and drop.
Yeah, and he has that killer crossover too, Kevin. He can put a lot of pressure on you defensively.
And both free throws good for Williams.
Take a look at what Williams has done. He has 12 points and some of his offense coming at the foul line with 5 points there.
Well, 5 pretty big points, Clark.
Here's Bogdanovich. Flushes it down to finish the break.
Boy, the kind of moments you love to see. Excellent defense leading to a dunk at the other end.
Clark, you got to marvel at the transition game when they've got it clicking. It's really explosive.
High octane for sure.
And turning defensive pressure into offensive opportunities, that's what it's all about.
The Nets shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
And as a team, they're shooting about 75% on the year.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
Williams against Irving. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
And of course, this guy's been an important member of Team USA basketball. Participated in the FIBA World Cup this summer. And first time it went by that name. The competition used to be called the World Championship.
Lopez passes to Johnson. Lopez a screen on Waiters. And it's Johnson penetrating. Williams' shot is off.
You know, 9 times out of 10, he's going to knock that one down. He'll spray that one on you.
Here we get a moment to view the league's highest scoring teams. The Cavaliers, number 1.
Kevin, if there's any stat you want to lead the league in, it would certainly be scoring the most points. They've been remarkable in the numbers they've put up as a team all season long. It's a reflection of their strength. They're balanced and they're explosive.
Jarrett Jack is checked in for Brooklyn. We're going back to the Basketball World Cup, Clark. Moving forward, they're changing the basketball event to odd-numbered years to avoid the Soccer World Cup, picking up next month in 2019.
Yeah, nice for both events to have, I think, their own time in the sun or on the marquee. And the NBA is really getting behind the World Cup in hopes that it becomes the preeminent international basketball tournament.
Love, good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 4 assists in the game.
Beautiful feed off the bounce to his teammate there. Nicely done.
Williams dishes to Jack. Takes the 13-footer. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Now here's James. He's tightly guarded. Love outside. Irving with it. Now Jack defending. And Lopez pulls it down. Lopez has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Takes the 13-footer. No good from Jack. Cleveland leading by 22. Outside Irving. He kicks it to Waiters. And they double him up with LeBron. Fires the 3. And Tion Waiters the bucket on the assist by LeBron. James has got 5 assists tonight. The Nets have gone 6 of 10 from the field in the 3rd quarter. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Here's Irving. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Heads-up play on both ends there. Transition basketball, the steal and the quick push.
Steve, that's how it should be played. I mean, rapid-fire basketball.
It's Williams with the drive. Here's Jack. Blocked. Here's Plumlee.
And Steve, not only is their lead big, but their advantage on the boards is huge too.
Yeah, well deserved. I mean, they have worked their tails off on the glass.
And Waiters kicks to Irving. Cleveland moving the ball around. Fires from the wing. And that one's good. That's now 32 points for LeBron.
All the buckets he's poured in today have put them in a terrific position heading into the stretch. Right around the start of the 2014 calendar year, the Nets really turned things around, and a bit of it had to do with superstition, namely if Jason Kidd wore a tie or not on the sideline.
Bogdanovich, no luck. Cleveland with the ball. They've got a 13-2 run going. Irving passes to Verajao. And here's Love. He's got 6. Outside Irving. Clock at 6. And he uses the glass on the layup. Irving's got 24 points. And I remember hearing about that last year. Nets rattled off their longest winning streak at the time when kid, Clark, stopped wearing ties on the sideline.
Purely coincidental. And he said he'd have no problem never wearing a tie again if it meant they keep on winning. But even if that's a silly aside, it is a rallying cry at times for a team trying to figure itself out and come together.
Dishes it to Waiters. Irving kicks to Waiters. LeBron sets the screen for Waiters. Pass to Varejao. The feed to Irving. Takes the three. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had 1 3-ball in the first half. Still bageled in the second.
Jack with it. He's picked up by James. Lopez kicks to Jack. Here's Bogdanovich. He's got 13, and that one's good. Bogdanovich has got 10 points in the quarter.
With the success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Of course, they have to stay hot, but if they do, I think you're right, Clark, particularly if they can convert defense into offense.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Kevin Garnett is checked in for Lopez. Karolinko comes in for Plumlee. And Allen Anderson subbed in for Bogdanovich. Here's Irving. Garnett with the block. Right side Jack. Outside Williams. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Cavs were an all-out mess last year, and a lot of that was because of their depth. They just did not have the punch off the bench to keep leads or bring them back into games.
And with the Cavs, their score differential for their reserves really tells the story. Just way too many points given away when that second unit came onto the floor. It was something they needed to address in the offseason, and they did.
Irving, good.
Well, here we go again. An open path to the hoop, an easy 2 points. Where is the defense?
Brooklyn's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Left side, Jack. It's Anderson with the drive. Good, and Jack gets the assist. Anderson's got his first bucket of the night. And for the Cavs, depth certainly won't be an issue this time around. A lot of changes and growth for them, resulting in a much deeper and talented roster.
And, you know, Kevin, people still underestimate the importance of having a strong bench. The Cavs really struggled with that last year, but with LeBron starting and pushing former starters to the bench, they'll be in a much stronger position.
Count that one.
That is not enough coverage. Got to do better than that defensively. Basically no coverage. I mean, defense did not look very good there.
Williams attacking.
Tristan Thompson, a really nice hustle player and defender. Chance to be a double-double guy. But, you know, as a former number 4 pick overall, I think expectations were probably a little too high for him. But he's turned into a very solid NBA player.
Lucas is checked in for Kyrie Irving.
I think the game plan needs to change here, guys, if they're going to get out of the hole, because he is not helping their offense.
Love with the screen on Garnett. Lucas, that's good. Lucas has got 5.
And that's why teams emphasize the use of screens and picks, just to get you some open looks like that one.
Williams up on top. Defended by Lucas. That's good.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Cleveland's gone 7 of 10 shooting from three-point land tonight. Excellent numbers from outside. There's the dish to Dellavedova. He feeds it to Thompson. And it's Karolinko with the rebound.
He's not necessarily a strong inside presence, but he needs to polish those chances off.
Garnett with the screen for Williams. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Here's Anderson. The shot will not go. Good D from Love. Pass to Lucas. And Love throws it down. Clark, I'm guessing that wasn't the plan for the D on that trip.
And I'm agreeing with you there. Once they opened the lane up for him, that was a little emphasis on that thing.
This Friday, December 12th, Chris Paul and the Los Angeles Clippers take on John Wall.
And now we present our State Farm assist of the game. With 5 total assists in the game, we've seen some great passing tonight from James.
And his passing ability is why they make sure the offense runs through him on a regular basis. Great assist like the one we just saw.
The Cavaliers shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. So on the floor for Cleveland, they've got Marion. Lucas is out there with Matthew Dellavedova. Then there's Haywood, and it's Jones in at the 3 spot. Marion dishes to Lucas. 6 to shoot. Dellavedova kicks to Marion. Hook shot on the way. Rebound, Brooklyn. Karsov passes to Anderson. Tries from 10. And the basket by Karsov. Karsov's got the 4th quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Nets. Here's Dellavedova. Feeds it to Lucas. Dellavedova dishes to Lucas. Jones against Anderson. Left side, Jones. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Garnett with the screen for T. The pass to Garnett. Outside Teague. Deep 2 from Anderson. Off target from the wing.
You know, that mid-range jump shot is not his strong suit, even when he gets a good look like that.
Dellavedova kicks to Lucas. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket, right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
Yeah, it's something we haven't seen much of at the other end of the floor, though.
Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the way up.
Good defense, but you gotta love the finish with the finger roll over the top.
Cavaliers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. It's tipped. Anderson against Jones. Here's Dellavedova. Out left to the wing. Here's Lucas. Again, the Cavaliers score.
Assist from.
While dealing with travel, one of the challenges you face as an NBA player, it's amazing just how much easier it's gotten, Clark. I know you and I both played in an era early on where there was commercial travel. Now everybody charters and flies out immediately after a game. You've got leg room, you've got catered meals, so you get more sleep, you get more rest. I think it's had a huge impact on the way NBA teams do business and just the quality of play in general.
Jones, the pass to Haywood. Foul called that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. You know, Clark, those charter flights for NBA players are pretty cushy.
Yeah, you take a plane designed for 126 seats and put in 54. That creates a luxurious plane ride, man.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Anderson Darajhouse checked in for Marion. James comes in for Jones. Dion Waiters checked in for Matthew Dellavedova. And it's Kyrie Irving in for John Lucas. James right side. He dishes it to Waiters. Haywood kicks to Waiters. Some nice passing by Cleveland here from downtown. And James with the basket on the assist from Dion Waiters. And now that's 35 points for LeBron. The Nets have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far. Williams passes to Bogdanovich. Williams kicks to Johnson. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. The drive by James. James left side. And Brooklyn called for the foul.
And over the years, we've seen injuries bother the same people over the course of their careers, while other players seem to stay healthy. And it may be just genetic makeup, it could be off-season training, but it does seem that staying healthy can also can almost be considered a skill rather than just luck of the draw.
Mirza Teletovic is checked in for the Nets. Johnson, wide open, he fires. And it's Johnson again missing. Irving up top. He's guarded by Williams. Irving drives in, and the layup's good off the glass. Irving's got 28.
Wow, such a steady hand. He's the one responsible for getting them this late lead.
Can't argue with that at all, Steve. His shooting percentage has been off the charts.
Lopez right side. Shot to stop the run. No luck. Good D by James. For Cleveland, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Pick by Haywood. The drive by James. He got right to the cup using that screen. LeBron's got 39.
Well, they've played terrific basketball at both ends, and that's why this lead is totally out of control.
Really been an almost flawless game for him, Steve. No doubt about it.
Williams dishes to Lopez. The basket is good off the assist from Williams. 8 points for Brook Lopez.
Not enough defense there to throw him off his shot. Sometimes it takes more than one defender on him down low.
Back to Irving. Kicks to Waiters. Passes it to James. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
He's doing it all for them right now on the offensive side. No matter what the defense has done, they haven't been able to find an answer to stop him, and he's had an answer for every defense he's seen.
Bogdanovich, no luck.
Not the best shot. Long range and with a defender right in his space.
And defensively, that's the kind of work he's known for. I mean, he loves to lock you up. Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
Giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence.
Williams passes to Lopez. The jump hook. They get it again. And terrific work on the offensive glass when he picks up 2.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Irving kicks to Haywood. Irving attacking. Dishes it to Haywood. Pass to James. The feed to Haywood. Back to LeBron from the arc. Rebounded by the Nets. Lopez has got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Johnson outside. There's the 3. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Now, here is Irving. And stolen by Darren Williams. Lays it up and banks it in. Williams has got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, regardless of who starts the break, it seems like he's usually the one to finish it.
And that's because of how well he attacks the rim on the dead run.
And now in transition, here's Williams. Here we go. That's good. And that's 19 points for Johnson.
Really good example there of some fine interior passing before that basket.
The drive by LeBron. And he throws it down hard with one hand. It's not possible what we just... Clark, is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner.
It's possible. Not probable.
It
is possible. I don't know what all that meant, but you're right, Clark.
Johnson. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Boy, the ball movement's been fantastic here the last few possessions.
James with it.
Well, you know, this last draft class was one that had been hyped up for such a long time with the big names, primarily Wiggins, Parker, and Embiid, all being viewed as potential franchise players. I'm not quite sure of that, but they certainly are tremendous talents. A lot of teams knew that, and it became a bit of the race to the bottom for some franchises.
Brooklyn making some changes. Kevin Garnett is checked in for Lopez. Karolinko comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Anderson in for Joe Johnson. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Sean Marion is checked in for Varejao. James Jones comes in for Brendan Haywood. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Dion Waiters. And Lucas subbed in for Irving.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
Well, Steve, you were a general manager in the NBA and NBA coach now, but you know that the teams that know they're not going to make the playoffs will play younger players as opposed to perhaps some veterans, giving those younger players time to develop. Maybe not necessarily securing wins, but certainly securing experience for those kind of players.
Well, securing experience and then also securing a high draft pick. And obviously, you know, you have to get lucky and hit on a star player at some point. But I think it's the preferable method for teams to go that route these days rather than to just hang around the middle of the league in mediocrity.
Dellavedova kicks to LeBron. No good on the triple.
Boy, but he was close, Kevin, to making the defense pay for lackadaisical coverage there.
Yeah, he had a really good look. I mean, he'll knock that down more often than not. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Cleveland.
But, Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out Clark this kind of punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
In what should be an exciting 4-game season series between these two teams, they have to feel great about taking this first one tonight against the Nets.
And you have to look back at this and see what a huge game it's been for LeBron James. He was doing everything right, and the points seemed to come in bunches. He definitely had the hot hand.
And that one's good.
Well, guys, tonight they came in here and really dictated the terms of the engagement, which is very difficult to do as the visitors.
You're right. That's not usually the way things work in the NBA. It's a great win, and no question, it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Kirilenko kicks to Anderson, launches it, and Jones pulls it down. Marion dishes to Lucas. Jones for three, good.
And a terrific run to really put this ball game away.
And now let's see how many more points they can throw up there before the horn sounds.
Offline. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one.
Thank you, Kevin. LeBron, congratulations.
And now, the 2K Sports pregame show, brought to you by Sprite.
Hey, everybody.
It's a West versus East contest here in the windy city of Chicago, Illinois, as the Bulls play one at home. Dallas right now in the middle of a road trip. They've definitely started the season right with a hot start.
Checking out Dallas and looking at where they are, with the way they started the season, they'd have you thinking they were one of the favorites coming in instead of the exact opposite.
Yeah, Clark, I mean, there were a lot of teams getting a ton of attention in the preseason. And let's just say they were not one of them.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. The forwards are Parsons and Dirk. Jameer Nelson is out there with Ellis. And it's Chandler in at the 5, roaming the paint.
The easiest way to do it sometimes is with the bounce pass.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
That was a game in hostile territory, too, guys. And it seemed like they had confidence right from the beginning, unbothered by being on the road.
And, you know, their shots were falling. From the top to the bottom of that lineup, their guys were heated up.
Well, Dallas coach Rick Carlisle has demonstrated his versatility throughout his coaching stops in Detroit, Indiana, and Dallas. Not really a system coach. He adapts to the talent that he has on each individual team and goes accordingly.
And Carlisle presiding over a more half-court, station-to-station style of play in Detroit and Indiana. He's embraced a more up-tempo style, it seems, in Dallas.
Yeah, and he's got an offensively gifted team with the Mavs, and he's always been an innovator using zone defenses to hide weaker defenders and to keep opponents off balance. And again, another example of how the outstanding coaches don't stand pat. They're always learning, growing, and adjusting to give their teams the best chance to win.
Good thought.
And they have to mix it up defensively. That was just too easy.
Well, it was the Dallas Mavericks winning their last game against the 76ers in Philadelphia.
Well, they benefited from some very loose play from their opponents that night, Clark.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I mean, there were a lot of turnovers in that game. Some were caused by their good defensive play, but some were just careless.
10 seconds on the shot.
Parsons sets a screen for Nelson. Just 5 to shoot. Dishes it to Ellis. Fades away. And there's Dirk Nowitzki on the assist from Monte Ellis.
Tell you what, he is so difficult to guard, especially on a shot like that one.
Rose dishes to Butler. Back to Rose. Here's the screen. Off the screen. It's Chicago with another bucket.
It's been a very efficient first quarter for him. He's creating good opportunities and converting those that he creates.
Nelson, the pass to Ellis. Nowitzki with the screen on Butler. The drive by Ellis. And he dunks it down. 6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, no team able to build a big lead early on. I mean, it's tight.
What do you think, Steve?
Well, both teams still kind of feeling each other out here, and neither team has been able to find an edge in this game.
Nelson against Rose. And Monte Ellis again. Ellis has got 8 points.
4 or 5 shots have dropped for them already. Not a bad way to get things started.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, guys, I was able to talk with Rick Carlisle for just a moment. One player he doesn't want to overlook is Pau Gasol. He said Pau has that hook shot that is nearly impossible to guard, and that most of their defense on Pau will be centered around denying him the ball and forcing him to catch it away from the basket. We'll see if they can execute that plan, guys. Thank
you, Doris. Here is Nelson. Following the score by Derrick Rose. Nelson kicks to Nowitzki. The baseline J. Rebound by Rose.
And it is very dangerous to leave him open like that. Lucky break for the defense that he missed it.
Snell, no good. The Mavericks leading. Parsons on the wing. He picked up 18 points in their last win against Philadelphia. Lets it go from 14. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. Ellis against Butler. Chandler with the defensive effort.
Well, the effort was there, but he just couldn't quite fight his way through traffic.
Here's Parsons. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist. Parsons got his first bucket of the night. The Bulls have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Rose against Nelson. Unloads from 9. That's good. 8 points for Rose. Here's Ellis in the game against Philadelphia. Very impressive.
Derrick Rose has always had an effective floater. It's a must-have shot for any point guard. He said he developed it on the playgrounds of Southside Chicago. He didn't call fouls, so you just had to find a way to get your shot off before the contact.
Bulls trail by 3. 3-pointer, Butler. Butler missing again.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Poke loose. Here's Snell, defended by Nowitzki. Butler dishes to Rose. Chandler with the block. They recover it. Here's Snell. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Snell's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. For Dallas, they've gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Parsons attacking. Shot is no good. And the Bulls going the other way now. Gasol kicks to Snell. On deep. Rebounded by Ellis. He feeds it to Nelson. Back to Ellis. Shot from the wing. Off the left rim and out. Chicago's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Rose goes in. He kicks it to Snell. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Dallas. And going against Chicago, their first meeting of the season.
And these interconference matchups are important, Kevin. You only see the club twice all season. And it feels a little different. You want to go out and really put on a good performance.
Now Rose. Dirk Nowitzki missing from long range. Nelson against Rose. And good on the basket. Book it. Rose has got 10 points in the game.
You got to like his shot selection today. He set a good example for the rest of his teammates.
Taj Gibson's checked in for the Bulls.
Now we've got a moment to see how the Bulls are doing rank-wise in the NBA. First in scoring. First in field goal percentage. And they're also number 1 in three-point shooting. This is a team that loves to cast up shots from behind the arc.
And the points that they're scoring per game that you talked about is really a result of great offensive execution. And this is a club that works well together. They get great looks, and they'll also score in transition.
Steve was talking about Clark just moments ago about not playing each other often because they're different conferences. And wouldn't you say that affects the way a game will play out?
Most definitely, Kevin. I mean, when it's an opponent you see so little of, there's always a feeling out process, and I'm sure that'll be the case today for both teams.
Here's Nowitzki following the score by Derrick Rose. Shot to end this full run, and the basket by Nowitzki.
Not a really great start for him as he just isn't shooting the ball that effectively here early on.
Rose passes to Butler. Right side, Butler. Noah trying to get open, and it's Butler missing.
He has just disappeared this quarter, not making a mark at all offensively.
And I'm sure he's ready to put this quarter behind him and quickly.
Now here's Ellis. 10 points for him. Nowitzki left side. And he slams it one-handed. No challenge from the defense there. Clark could have put that one through any way he wanted.
And I love the choice there, partner. Going hard to the hoop for that throwdown.
Yeah, that's invisible defense leading to a very visible finish.
Derrick Rose, born and raised on the south side of Chicago, now playing for his hometown Bulls. He even became a partner and endorser for Chicago's top deep dish pizza chain. He does represent this town.
You talk about Derrick Rose's culinary interest. He's looked to change his diet for the better.
Yeah, he needed to, Kevin, because, you know, he was a big fan of candy when he came into the league. It was kind of his vice. He said he would eat up to 2 pounds of candy in one sitting. I mean, that's just crazy. But he's hired a personal chef. He's eating better. He's taking care of his body. And it's important, obviously, as you get older and you're dealing with injuries.
Parsons' shot is off. Chicago leading. Outside Rose. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it. Rose has got 15 points.
7 for 9. What a show he's putting on. He's in a good groove.
And it's Aminu in the corner. Back to Harris. Right, left side. And Parsons kicks to Harris. Inside. Right, dishes to Aminu. Dallas moving it around. Pass break, here we go. Heinrich passes to Rose. Heritage has a wide open look. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
He's definitely got that shot in his arsenal.
Mavericks trail by 5. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Back to Felton. Harris outside. Passes it to Felton. Puts up a 3. They grab their own miss.
That's excellent defense right there on the perimeter.
The Bulls leading by 5. Now here's Rose. He had 31 points in the win against Brooklyn.
And he was just lurking defensively in that game, Kevin. 4 steals during that ballgame.
A 3-ball. Rose can't get that one to fall. Dallas has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. And it's Harris off the drive. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
You know, guys, that's what he does. He just loves to play that kind of attacking basketball.
1:41 left in the first quarter. Rose kicks to Gibson. Shoots from the elbow. Almost, but it rolls out. Mavericks trailed by 3. Here's Harris. Right now averaging 7 points a game. Pass to Aminu. Parsons on the wing. Defended by Gibson. 3 on the clock. Aminu misses. The Bulls leading by 3. Rose dishes to Heinrich. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
Dallas shooting the ball to the tune of 41% from the field so far. Parsons on the wing. Cans the shot from the wing. Parsons got his second basket of the night. 46 seconds left to play here in the first. And it's Rose penetrating. Pass to Snell. Fires from deep. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Yeah, shoddy defense there. Far too slow to react on the closeouts.
Harris passes to Parsons. Rose with the double team. And Parsons kicks to Felton. The tray. No good.
Not the best shot. Long range and with a defender right in his space.
And defensively, that's the kind of work he's known for. I mean, he loves to lock you up.
Harris misses.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
And that could...
Friday, December 5th, LeBron James and the Cleveland Cavaliers take on Kyle Lowry and the Toronto Raptors. Big-time hoops coming your way.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Bulls?
Boy, a ton of threes in that first quarter. This team really lighting it up, guys.
Yeah, it's been an onslaught from downtown. And often you can learn more about a team when they are unhealthy versus when they're at full strength. And last year, I thought the Bulls showed they are not and have never been a one-man show. It's all about everybody contributing for them.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. So for Chicago right now, Brooks out there with Heinrich. Then there's Mirotic. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Gibson in at the 5. And here is Brooks. Now Farouk Amino just getting that 3 to go from deep. Shot's good by Gibson. And the Bulls lead by 6.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
As you said with the Bulls, there was a tendency to think that they were just Derrick Rose and 4 others, but top to bottom, this team has guys that can play.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Now Brooks Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. He dishes it to Butler. Kicks to Mirotic. Brooks for three. And that one's good. Brooks has got the lead up to 7 now for the Bulls. With Rose out last year, Clark, as you said, the guys who are mostly role players showed what they can do.
Well, they're really unselfish at both ends of the floor, and that shows. I mean, they give great effort, they trust each other, they play together, and they always play hard, and they finish games strong, which I think is a credit to them and the coaching staff.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, Bulls coach Tom Thibodeau worked with Clippers coach Doc Rivers in Boston for many years, and they remain close friends, often sharing notes. Rivers said of Thibodeau, "He's the best mind I've ever been around. People keep expecting them to fall, but he holds them together. It's his system, but it's more just his way. He simply doesn't relent, Kevin."
He makes his players believe, Doris. That's something they both share in common. Thank you. Now here's Noah, averaging 6 points per contest.
Looked like an easy 2 points right there.
You know he's kicking himself for that miss.
Feeds to Aminu. Back to Nelson. Baseline J on the way. Here's Chandler, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. Chandler's got his first basket of the night.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
Chandler with the steal. Here's Ellis. The basket good off the assist from Nelson. Nelson's got 3 assists tonight.
You can always depend on him to put the pass right on the money.
Heinrich kicks to Butler. Noah with a screen for Butler. Heinrich dishes to Noah. Gasol's in the post. Guarded by Wright. There's the bucket. Good.
It's a great play under the boards for him. And, you know, that's the standard that he sets. It seems like all those second chance points, I mean, they're there for him game in, game out.
Now here's Ellis. 12 points for him. Shot off the pick. Rebound by Butler.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick. Just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. Guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
Oh, he's going to keep banging those home if you give him that much space.
Mavericks trail by 7. Nelson kicks to Ellis. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Ellis has got 4 this quarter.
You know, if you were only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would be ahead.
Well, Monte Ellis put in a great position to succeed in Dallas, certainly, with the players he had around him. Rick Carlisle, the coach, is at the high pick for him on the left side, so Steve, he can drive to his right.
Shows you what a great coach can do, Kevin. You just put players in positions to succeed and alongside players who can complement him. It just seemed like the perfect fit for Ellis, and he took advantage of that.
Nelson. Another shot. And with that, the Chicago lead is cut to just 5 on the basket from Chandler.
Well, we've seen that more than a few times. An easy bucket in the lane.
Yeah, the interior defense simply has been lifeless.
Heinrich against Ellis. Heinrich passes to Brooks. Brooks right side.
Here's a look at some stats for Monte Ellis. He's been a force for them over the past month as you take a look at the league rankings. 16th in steals, and he's been quite an offensive threat, averaging enough points to put him in the top 20 in scoring.
And as for his top 20 ranking in steals, Steve, I mean, I think his focus has really been outstanding on the defensive end. Possession after possession, he zeroed in on his defensive assignment.
Dallas making a switch here. Nowitzki's checked in. Nelson outside. The pass to Nowitzki. 14 feet away. Good. And a nice assist from Nelson. Nelson's got his 4th assist in this one.
He is just so good from that range, guys.
You know, never mind with the height advantage he had there.
Now here's Heinrich. 9-point game his last outing. The feed to Gasol. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Nowitzki. And here's Aminu. The dish to Nelson. He feeds it to Chandler. Well, we've all seen what Tyson Chandler can accomplish when healthy, and that is some kind of force.
Yeah, you know, maybe the best stretch of his career was at the start of the decade, a 2011 title with the Mavericks. 2012, he got a gold medal in London and was the defensive player of the year in the league. And in 2013, an all-star. I mean, that's a pretty strong 3-season run.
Gasol dishes to Heinrich. And taken away by Ellis. Here's Nelson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Nelson's got his first 2 points of the night. Well,
Tyson Chandler has battled injury throughout his career. He had the bulged disc in his neck that hindered him for parts of last season. And I think that was a big reason for the Knicks' struggles.
Now here's Brooks. 8 points for him. Butler with the ball. Right side, Butler. 6 on the shot clock. No good. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Bucks at the Bradley Center in Milwaukee. That's game 4 of 4 out on the road for them.
A lot of stuff going on around the league. The game I'm looking forward to is the Bucks. I think that should be a close one.
Now here's Ellis. 14 points for him. Dallas needs to get off a shot. So they take the lead. Aminu's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Look at Chandler, and when he's healthy, he's a terrific rim protector inside and pretty good finisher around the rim, too, offensively. He's excellent as a screener in pick and rolls. It'll be interesting to see if he can get back to that peak level.
Brooks against Nelson. Nelson with the steal. Dishes it to Nowitzki. Nelson kicks to Aminu. Back to Nelson. Nelson left side. Passes it to Chandler. Dallas moving it around. Aminu. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
He's always going to have a difficult time finishing when the defense is in his face like that.
There's a break in the action, so a rundown now. The most reliable power forwards and centers over the past month when it comes to shooting the basketball. Pau Gasol, number 1. Second, Tyson Chandler. Nowitzki against Gasol. And Nelson gets it to go. And now a 4-point Dallas lead.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 baskets inside the lane. They have really established themselves inside.
So for the Bulls, Taj Gibson's checked in for Gasol. Tony Snell comes in for Kirk Heinrich. And it's Rose in for Brooks. Then for the Mavericks, Parsons checked in for Chandler. Felton comes in for Ellis. And Harris subbed in for Nelson. Now here's Rose. 15 points in the game. Gibson with the screen on Harris. 4 on the clock. Rose gets a wide open look. Buries it from 3-point range. Rose has got 18 points in the game.
That's been a great day for him. And if you remember, he gave them a huge performance their last time out as well.
Felton against Butler. Felton attacking. Can't get it to go. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Outside Rose. Noah trying to get open. Rose. Good. Rose has got 20. Clarkie talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition of that.
Yeah, no doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, not even through the first half, and it's been one heck of a battle.
Well, these are the kinds of games you love. I mean, 2 good teams going head-to-head, an even matchup, and both sides very competitive, on their toes tonight.
Now here's Rose. Dirk Nowitzki unable to get his shot to go. And it's Butler missing.
And he continues to search for his rhythm. It's eluded him to this point.
And Parsons kicks to Nowitzki. pass to Aminu, and out of bounds is Chicago gains possession. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. You look at San Antonio. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And checking out Dallas, a half game back.
Seeing where the Mavericks are, we got to go back to the preseason preparation. It was really solid. They established a style of play that was perfect for their personnel, and it's paid immediate dividends at the start of this season.
And the personnel you mentioned, it wasn't necessarily well respected coming into the season, but they're quickly earning a lot of respect from around the league.
In the first, he had trouble hitting with any consistency, but here in the second, he's turned it around.
Felton the pass to Parsons. 1:51 left to play in the first half. Left side Parsons. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Parsons got his third bucket of the night. Chicago has gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kevin, Pau Gasol made a big move this summer to join the Chicago Bulls. He was courted by a number of teams, but went with his instincts. He sees the Bulls as a team that can compete for a title, saying without a doubt it is one of the championship favorites in the East alongside Cleveland. We'll see how far they go, guys.
We will indeed. Thank you, Doris. Chicago making a switch here. Mirotic has checked in. Here's Harris. And he banks in the layup.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
Oh, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
This game going to take a big swing. Clark, if the D continues to clear out like that and give up easy dunks.
Yeah, that's the kind of defense we expect to see in a blowout, Kevin, or even an exhibition game, not a close game like this.
Look how frustrated Steve is on that.
No, I just, you know what, come on, I just like that he didn't choose to just lay it up. I mean, he threw it down with force.
And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Chicago.
Well, I'll tell you what, they must have had a good shoot-around because they've been fantastic from long range so far, fellas.
That's right, Clark. And the other thing we've seen is great work on the offensive glass. We're seeing second chance points for this club.
Here's Gibson, and he lays it straight in. Gibson's got 6 here in this quarter.
That's some more rugged play from them inside. They have a decent edge in rebounds thus far.
And that hard work on the boards needs to continue. That could be what swings this game eventually.
Harris kicks to Nowitzki. And he gets the bucket. Nowitzki's got 10.
Has pretty much been the norm for them. Getting their points off assists and great ball movement.
Nice rhythm and flow for this team. Tremendous communication and alertness.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Rose dishes to Gibson. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Rose has got 4 assists in the game.
After going scoreless in the first, he's really found a way to turn it on here in the second quarter.
Harris passes to Nowitzki to the left side wing. All alone. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got 6 rebounds in the game. From deep, Rose, no good on the buzzer beater. Close game as we wrap up the second quarter. Bulls lead by 3. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Kevin, I'm here with Rick Carlisle. And, Coach, how would you analyze your defense so far?
Well, they're getting too many open looks at threes. We're lucky they're missing a few. You know, with this team, they stretch out so much. You got to be really alert. You got to pay close attention to the details.
Coach, thank you so much. Over to you guys at the table.
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for the third. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. A fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
Yeah, he was on a mission there in the first half, just trying to get into the lane every time possible.
Aggressive attacking basketball at its very best.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Monte is the 2 with Parsons playing the small forward. Dirk and Chandler up front. And it's Nelson in at the point guard position. Now here's Rose. Right side Gasol. The fader. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Gasol's got it going here in the start of the second half. The first points in the third quarter for Chicago.
Joakim Noah, one of the great effort players in the NBA. His energy and mobility enable him to make his impact felt all over the court.
Butler against Ellis. Nowitzki inside. Back to Ellis. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Gasol's got 4 rebounds in this game. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Rose has got the lead up to 7 now for the Bulls. The Mavericks shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far.
Boy, you talk about Noah's energy and hustle. His offensive rebounding is a huge plus for their offense, and his speed in transition creates problems for the opposing big man as well.
Here's Rose after the made shot from Jameer Nelson. Here's Snell. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. Snell's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
They've been good on all 3 of their shots since coming out of the locker room at the break.
At the defensive end, Steve, Noah is a key player.
Yeah, last season's Defensive Player of the Year, Kevin. It gives you rebounds, blocks, steals, but what impresses me the most is his ability to guard on the perimeter against screen and roll when he switches out onto point guards. He's unmatched in that category.
Count that one. The Bulls' lead has been cut down to 5 on the bucket from Jameer Nelson. Rose against Nelson. Rose kicks to Snell. Outside Rose. 6 to shoot. From the arc. And the Bulls another 3.
That's 4 straight from the field, guys. Off to a quick start this third quarter.
Mavericks trail by 8. Nelson dishes to Parsons. Ellis against Butler. And Parsons kicks to Nelson. Nelson, right side. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Noah's got 5 rebounds tonight. Rose passes to Noah. Pass to Rose. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. Shoots it. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Joakim Noah, last season's Defensive Player of the Year, and for the Bulls, it really seemed like their defense and their offense revolved around Noah.
White is checked in for Dirk Nowitzki. And Joakim Noah, as you said, the Defensive Player of the Year and the assist leader for the Bulls last season, playing the center position.
Yeah, that's why he deserved consideration for a spot on MVP ballots. The Bulls, without Rose, they lost Deng, and yet they still continued to win. I thought Noah's play and his inspiration and his desire played a big role in that.
And here is Butler, following Monte Ellis's 3. Butler dishes to Rose. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Finally a miss, but still 4 for 5 shooting to start this third quarter.
Got that one up quick. And now just a 3-point Bulls lead.
And that kind of defense is just not going to cut it, guys. They have to get a hand in his face.
Outside Butler. Noah kicks to Rose. Feeds to Butler. He dishes it to Rose. Back to Butler. And shot on the way. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Butler's got 9. Mavericks trailed by 5. Now, here is Nelson. He's got 9. Off target from outside. Outside Rose. Gasol passes to Butler. Snell dishes to Noah. The kick outside to Butler. Butler can't get that one to fall. Dallas has gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. There's the pass to Nelson. The three. Again, the miss by Ellis. The Bulls leading by 5. Rose kicks it to Noah. Rose with the ball. Now right defending. Rose in the post. Right on him. Rose. Good.
You know, size-wise, this is not a great one-on-one matchup for him, but he got that shot to go.
But you wouldn't know it by how he finished. That's a nice hoop there.
Now, here is Nelson. Right now averaging 11 points a game. Ellis goes in. Buries the easy one. Ellis has got 22.
Well, he's found his game and his rhythm this quarter. He's gotten into a nice groove.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Well, the Mavs took some heat when they opted not to try to defend their 2011 championship with the same players, opting for cap room instead. And, you know, they've swung and missed on some big names, but they've put together a really deep club with some very smart signings.
Here's what Chicago's going with right now. Kirk Heinrich, he's checked in for Butler. And Brooks subbed in for Rose. Heinrich kicks it to Noah. Back to Heinrich. There's the feed to Snell. From past the arc. Tyson Chandler pulls it in. Chandler's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
And, you know, when it comes to Dirk Nowitzki, he has said, he's on the record as saying he wants to retire a Maverick. Ownership, anyway, has reciprocated that desire, but the greatest player in franchise history deserves to finish out strong in legitimate contention, and they've committed the resources to try to make that be a reality.
Ellis, that's good.
Well, his scoring this quarter has been off the charts, and the complexion of the game as a result may change.
Brooks outside. Noah with a screen for Brooks. Out to the wing. Goes up from the top of the key. Noah's shot is off. And for Nowitzki, he's made financial sacrifices to enable the Mavericks, the cap space, Steve, to go out and construct this roster.
Yeah, only $26 million on the books before he was re-signed, so that left plenty of shopping money, and they spent it well.
Now here's Heinrich. Right now averaging 11 points a game. Brooks outside. Brooks left side. He kicks to Gasol. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Gasol's got 4 points this quarter. Dallas calls timeout.
You know, the Bulls' offense was not that great last year. As a matter of fact, they struggled to score. But when they did get to 100 points, they were one of the best teams in the league.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Chicago. Mavericks trail by 5. Nelson outside. Chandler with the screen on Heinrich. Ellis goes in. He got right to the cup using that screen. Ellis has got 26. Well, as you said with the Bulls, a 22-2 record last season when they got to 100 points.
Well, it's a perfect example of how dominant their defense is. I mean, if they got to 100, they knew they could count on their D every single night. But getting to 100 was the problem. They did not score very easily.
The Mavericks have gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. And he uses the glass on the layups. Now just a 1-point Bulls lead.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Boy, the ball movement's been fantastic here the last few possessions.
Brooks against Nelson. Brooks outside. Kicks it to Snell. 3-pointer. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks. Brooks has got his 3rd assist on the night.
And he has picked it up here in the second half, really lighting it up now.
Now, here is Nelson. 9 points in the game so far. Chandler kicks to Parsons. Ellis outside from downtown. Chicago grabs the miss. They'll be off to Charlotte for a game against the Hornets. That will be a getaway game for them, a 1-game road trip. Heinrich against Ellis. Soft touch off the glass. And now a 6-point Bulls lead.
Really aggressive play, taking it to the rim against the big man.
I tell you what, I love that fearless attitude.
Ellis with the screen for Nelson. Chandler up top. In low to Ellis. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
Their low post defense has to show some improvement, guys.
Yeah, of the last 10 points, Steve, 8 have come from in tight.
Heinrich. And the Bulls tack on 2 more. Here's Nelson. Gibson with the steal. And now the fast break. Gibson with the ball. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
Some changes for Chicago. Mirotic is checked in for Gasol. And it's Rose in for Brooks. Dallas also making some changes. Aminu comes in for Chandler. And Harris subbed in for Nelson. Here's Gibson. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Impressive play there, and they have been really good offensively.
Piling up the points en route to this big lead, guys. I mean, they've been unstoppable.
And here are the Mavericks now. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Here's Aminu. Mirotic grabs the miss.
He's one guy the defense is not afraid to leave open from that range, and for obvious reasons.
Rose against Ellis. For 3, Heinrich. And the Bulls another 3.
This defense is giving their shooters free rein to operate from behind the arc.
That's right. I think it's time for them to start closing down. You've got to run shooters off that three-point line.
And now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard so we can see and check out some of the most feared defenders in the league. The steal leaders among shooting guards. Third is Monte Ellis.
Well, this is a very intense group. You know, those steals haven't come by accident. They've gotten them through the effort they're willing to expend on that aspect of the game.
Right on. I mean, they're lockdown defenders, all of them. As gritty a group of guys as you can have on the perimeter. Right here, over these last 10 games on the Bulls schedule, Kevin, this is how they stack up. First in scoring, first in field goal percentage, and they're also #1 in three-point shooting. This is a team that loves to cast up shots from behind the arc.
And the points that they're scoring per game that you talked about is really a result of great offensive execution. I mean, this is a club that works well together. They get great looks, and they'll also score in transition.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Brandon Wright, the former 8th overall pick back in 2007. For his career, Steve, a field goal percentage of around 60%.
Well, he's figured out his niche in the league. He wasn't sure what he was when he arrived, but he's a backup big. He's a diver. He's an offensive rebound guy. He's a lob catcher. So, you know, not a one-on-one scorer, but somebody who can play off of others very effectively.
Here's Ellis after the basket by Nikola Mirotic. And Wright kicks to Harris. And a miss there on the triple.
But an 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in that team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference.
Now here's Rose. This is the most they've led by 13 points. Ellis goes in. Harris passes to Ellis. Harris kicks to Aminu. Back to Harris. Fires for 3. It's all in by the Bulls. Heinrich outside. Now Mirotic launches it. That's good. Mirotic has got 7.
Boy, when you got a big man who can shoot from distance like he can, what a huge bonus that is.
Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. It's the Bulls up by 16 from the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment.
Tune Friday, December 6th. Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors take on Joakim Noah and the Chicago Bulls. Don't miss out.
It's stolen by Harris. Heinrich and Rose, the guards. Jimmy Butler is out there with Mirotic, and it's Noah in at the center position. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Now here's Heinrich. Outside Rose. Back to Heinrich. 6 to shoot. Fires it up. That one wide left.
That's a shot he's got to hit. I mean, you don't get too many better looks from that range.
Got that bucket in no time at all. 32 points for Monte Ellis.
He has not lost his focus today. Even when things haven't gone his team's way, he's still bringing it.
There's the dish to Heinrich. He feeds it to Noah. Heinrich passes to Noah. And it's Rose penetrating. Makes it off the glass. Rose has got 28 points for the game.
Boy, they look helpless defensively.
Mavericks trail by 14. Harris dishes to Ellis. Shot is off. Some solid defense from Butler.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point.
Now here's Butler. And here is Noah. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play.
How did he get that to go?
Even after the whistle, I like the awareness, the alertness, and the presence of mind to finish the play.
Pau Gasol's checked in for Kirk Heinrich. And then for Dallas, Chandler comes in for Brandon Wright. And Nelson is subbed in for Harris.
One thing you know when it comes to the Mavericks is they're not going to sit back and stand pat. They want to reload, not rebuild every year.
Here's Parsons. Tips it up. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. That's now 8 points for Tyson Chandler.
That's purely a hustle play there. Getting to the offensive glass for the tip in, well done.
And that's, a quality you see any strong offensive rebounder possess. And we saw it right there.
Yeah, it's the anticipation more than anything. It's understanding where that ball is going before anybody else on the floor does.
Well, guys, the Mavericks have made the most out of this run since they've had Dirk Nowitzki. A strong team for so long because they never tore it down.
And there were times they could have. I mean, you have to respect that mentality that, they've maintained their unity, their continuity. And as long as you have Dirk, you can put pieces around him to be competitive. That's what the Mavs have always done.
Now here's Rose. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Here's Gasol. Got it. Good job in the low post. Mavericks trailed by 15. Nelson kicks to Nowitzki. Chandler trying to free himself up. And the basket by Nowitzki. The Bulls have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. And it's Rose penetrating. Dishes to Mirotic. Fires the three. And the shot is good. And the Bulls lead by 16.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
Well, the main thing is they haven't allowed many second chance opportunities. And that is always going to allow you to maintain your lead.
Now here's Nowitzki. And Dallas again with the bucket. Well, look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. Well, they're passing to Rose. Here's Mirotic. Off target with his three. Mavericks trailed by 14. Nelson, right side. Nowitzki inside. The basket good off the assist from Nelson. 16 points for Nowitzki.
That's outstanding hang time improvisation right there.
Outside Rose. Back to Gasol. Banked in off the glass.
I'd like to know what his percentage is from that range. I mean, it's got to be sky high.
For Dallas, they've gone 6 of 9 on the field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Ellis goes in.
Monte Ellis is only 6'3", but makes his living in the lane one of the truly outstanding finishers in the NBA. He's an explosive small guard who is relentless in attacking the rim off the dribble.
Hey, Snell's checked in for the Bulls. Well, guys, the D-League, a test bed for ideas that might, make their way to the NBA. And one thing we've seen there is a mission to get games down to 2 hours in length. They really want to shorten the length of these games. Well,
they've banned consecutive timeouts. They've reduced their number overall. The idea is to hold viewers' attention and provide time certainty for the broadcasters.
Nelson with it. To the left side wing. Here's Nowitzki. Dallas, no good that time either.
And condensing the game, we've seen it at the NBA level too, cracking down on three-man rituals and requiring players back on the court quickly after a timeout. The commissioner even talked to owners about shortening the game to 40 minutes, so less might be more in some ways. We'll see. I'm in agreement with that. I'd love to see some of the fat trimmed off the game. I don't know if 40 minutes is where I'd go, but some of the extra things that delay the game, I would love to see that pace picked up so there's not as much wasted minutes during the course of a 48-minute game.
Here's Rose after Dirk Nowitzki's bucket, and the call will be against Jameer Nelson. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
And it's Rose penetrating inside to Gasol. And the rebound goes to Nowitzki. Nowitzki's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Well, I think there's a couple of ways to shorten games. One is cutting down on the intentional fouls in crunch time. I think you could replace TV timeouts with live action advertising. Also, you might just shoot one free throw for the point value of a foul. I think the league is right to try to speed up the pace of the game, but it's a rocky road. You have to really think things through.
Rose dishes to Butler. That is good. And the Bulls lead by 18.
Intelligent passing there to make that hoop possible.
Down low. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Chandler Parsons, a second-round pick by the Rockets out of Florida back in 2011. Steve, what a find.
Yeah, I mean, from day one, he looked ready to play at the NBA level. I mean, the speed wasn't too much for him. His skill level translated beautifully, and he's improved every season. His three-point shooting is getting better, but the ability to do so many things makes him a very effective player.
Now here's Butler. Rose kicks to Snell. Shoots. The Mavericks pull it in. Ellis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Passes it to Nelson. Feeds it to Nowitzki. Nowitzki left side. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Nowitzki's got 20 points.
And Parson, he's 6'10", maybe 6'9". 6'10" might be a stretch, but he's a good athlete, has a tight handle. I think the more open style of play in the NBA suits his strengths as a player who likes to attack in transition, is able to get to the rim, and has a really good basketball IQ, too.
Plays with great confidence.
He really does.
Just 2 to shoot. Snell. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Mavericks trailed by 14. Nelson, right side. Nowitzki sets a screen for Nelson. Nowitzki left side. And another basket for Dallas. And Chandler likes to play in the move, even in the half court. He'll back up off the three-point line and get a running start on his defender.
He's got a lot of game. He does.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hi, guys. Over that break, I was able to catch the message Tom Thibodeau was giving to his team. His advice clear-cut. I want to see you playing to win, not playing not to lose. I don't care what the lead is. We do not back off.
That doesn't go either for Nowitzki. Chicago leading by 12. Now here's Rose. Noah with a screen for Rose. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Rose has got 7 now in this quarter.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seems like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
Nelson against Rose. They get it back, and Chandler throws it down. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
Boy, I like the way he carved out just enough space to get his hands on the missed shot and then rattle the rim on the putback.
And the gap narrows.
They're closing it fast.
Well, that's the effort of a team ready to fight back into this game.
And the shot is good. The Chicago lead has been cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Nowitzki. And it's Rose penetrating. And that one's good. Rose has got 35 in the game.
They've built this lead through plays exactly like that. He's easily been their most consistent performer.
Well, he's been splashing everything today.
Now, here is Nelson. Lets it go from 14. And another basket for Dallas.
And now both of these clubs really in a groove here.
Already a high-scoring game, but it has become an offensive showcase down the stretch.
Rose double-teamed. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Dallas with the ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Nelson against Rose. Nelson kicks to Nowitzki. And the rebound goes to Pau Gasol. Gasol's got his 7th rebound here tonight.
Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They put a lot of effort into their rebound.
Well, you get more rebounds, you get more possessions, more shots at the hoop, and oftentimes that decides the game.
Back to Rose. Out of bounds. Dallas takes possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Mavericks trail by 9. Chandler with the screen on Rose. Takes it out to Parsons. Off target from three-point range.
More often than not today, those shots have not dropped for him.
Rose with the ball. And it's Nelson picking him up.
Good. 3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Yeah, they're getting exposed right now.
Kind of like what Derrick Rose has done in this game.
He's definitely rolling offensively. You might not be able to stop him, but you've got to find a way to contain him.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Yes, thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Rick Carlisle was saying to the team. He made no mistake that their plan was to run their offense through Nowitzki. When Coach addressed the guys in the huddle, his message was clear. Quote, he's who we want getting the bulk of the touches. He is who we want making our decisions. He then went on to tell them he wants to use their fast break offense to its full effect, saying, we can run these guys into the ground. With the minutes ticking down and the deficit still a big one, those adjustments have to be a chance worth taking, Kevin.
Thanks again, Doris. And here's Rose following Monte Ellis's 3. 6 on the shot clock. Rose kicks to Butler. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just 1 in the first.
Got a piece of it. Parsons passes to Ellis. Here's Chandler. Rebound by Butler.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
Yeah, not giving up too many second chance opportunities, which is always important, and it's been one of the reasons they have the lead right now.
Beyond the arc. That's good.
And now just watching the clock wind down in what will turn out to be a win here for the Bulls.
Right, Steve, and they're fully in control now, but there were some tense moments, I thought, for them throughout this game.
No opportunity really to coast, although the score may appear that they did. I love the way they came together whenever things started to look bleak.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
A little bit closer to the win now, and they'll be halfway to a sweep of the season series once they wrap this one up.
That's right. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
Well, you look back at this one, and what an amazing performance this has been for Derrick Rose. He was extremely efficient offensively, getting looks, knocking down big shots all game long.
Parsons' shot is off.
Very poor shot selection there, guys.
Outside Rose. Pass to Butler. Lets it go with a 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Ellis, right side. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Ellis has got 38 points.
He is feeling it. A terrific percentage from the field.
There's Rose with the three. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Pal, first off, congratulations on the win. How do you guys evaluate the progression of this team and how things are going right now?
We're getting there. We're working hard, executing, and